Hello, it's your boy Hans, joined as always by my friend of 25 years, actor extraordinaire, the GCJ himself, the SSAM champion of the world, Mr. JP Wool. How you doing, buddy?
That never, ever gets old, especially now that we have the music leading us into, because before we would just jump on and add it in post, but now that you've got that awesome Roadcaster,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that song's great. That was such a great find by you. I love that.
Thank you.
I had to deal with, we started putting these up on YouTube, full episodes. We have the video, might as well. And it got hit with a copyright strike, even though it's supposed to be free. But on the guy's website, I wish I had it with me in front of me to plug it. It's on all of our show descriptions and everything because we want them to have credit. But it has a whole thing of like, yeah, they do that all the time. And has like a tutorial walkthrough of how to get it off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so that dude rules. I wish I had it in front of me, but I'll find it in a minute to give it a good plug. But yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing really good, man. I'm doing really good. I'm really excited about this movie. It was one of those ones that I'd always been meaning to watch, but it just slipped through the cracks. And
So
I'm
great.
so excited. It was so much fun.
Yeah, because today our feature presentation is Reign of Fire.
Yes.
Oh, man. I love this so much. I was worried I hadn't seen it since I was younger, and I thought it was bad. It's kind of not bad.
No, it was fun. It was pure, early 2000s fun.
Yeah, a ridiculous concept, but, like, it's a solidly made movie.
Yeah, like Mad Max with dragons,
Yeah,
kind of, sort of. Yeah, Mad Max and Walking Dead with dragons.
So good.
Rockenstock is the guy
yes.
who provided us with our great theme song. So thank you, Rockenstock.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for finding that. But yeah, before we get into that, what have you been watching, reading, seeing, doing this week?
Oh man, my big watch for the week was, did you watch Nightmare Alley yet?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh man, I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah.
Granted, it's like a classic film noir.
Right.
And
right up your alley.
Right up my alley. No, so this is Guillermo del Toro. There's no monsters or ghosts or anything in this. It's just strictly shitty people doing shitty things.
Nice.
That's kind of like film noir,
Right.
And Bradley Cooper is really great in it. There's the cast: Bradley Cooper, Willem Dafoe, Rooney Mara, Cate Blanchett, Ron Perlman.
Oh, wow.
Just like the list goes on and on, and it's just so good. Highly recommend. On HBO right now. Check it out.
Nice.
But yeah, other than that, that was my big watch for the week, other than Sopranos, which I'm watching with Haley. And
how far are you?
We're like 4 episodes into season 2, and it's just, God,
what part
I love that show.
Refresh my memory.
Tony just started going back to Dr. Melfi, and Richie Aprile is acting a fool right now.
That scumbag.
Fucking Richie Aprile, that fucking scumbag. And him and Janice are back together, and they're living in Livia Soprano, the mother's house, while Livia's in the hospital. Oh God, it's so good. It's so good. Haley's gonna shit a brick when the shit happens with Richie. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, so because good. Like he showed up on the screen, and Haley's like, "Who's this fucking creep?" I'm like, exactly.
Yeah, he's just got those dead eyes.
I know. He's so good,
really
and it's just really great that a lot of these dudes in the show, sans Gandolfini, they play a lot of those kind of stereotypical like mobby kind of roles.
Right.
But this show gave them a platform to really show off their skills, and that's really great. Yeah,
absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But really, that's kind of it. What about you?
Well, right before the show, I got my ticket to The Batman.
Yes, I'm vengeance.
I am vengeance. Yeah, so that's gonna be amazing. We have so many good movies coming out. What else? I watched the season finale of Book of Boba Fett.
I still need to watch that. I mean, now that it's the whole season, I could just probably blast through it.
Yeah, I think it'd be more enjoyable that way. At least, definitely with the first few episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. It was a little
Mm-hmm.
pacing wise, it was kind of a little all over the place, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, not as good as Mando.
Yeah, not quite.
Okay.
But you get a lot of. Well, I won't.
Yeah.
I won't spoil anything.
Yeah.
What else? The penultimate episode of Peacemaker.
I need to watch that today after
So
this
good.
before I go to work.
I mean, part of the problem is unfairly I kind of compare the two because they come out the same week, one after the other, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday, and you can't compare James Gunn to anyone.
Yeah, it's such a good show. It's such a good show, and Cena is so good. I'm glad that he's getting his due because he's the best. He's
the guy
great.
Who plays Vigilante has become like my favorite character. I love him so much.
The only other thing I know him from is he was on this show that I watched the first season of called Unreal, which was a show I think on Lifetime, but I watched it on Hulu. And everyone I'd acting class I was in at the time was like, "Oh, this show's so great! This show's so great!" It's behind the scenes of like The Bachelor, like a Bachelor type reality show, and I was like, "Huh, okay." So I checked it out, and he's like the Bachelor guy. And it's really fucking good. It's like really dark and shows like how, shitty the entertainment business can be. Yeah. And it's really cool. It's really interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. And he's really good in it.
Very cool. Well, I mean, I watched a few other things. Got me to go, like with Obi-Wan, finally setting a date, like March 25th, I think it is. Or no, May 25th.
Mm-hmm.
That got me to go back and watch some of the prequels, and I really love those. There's a great, I don't know if you've ever seen it, there's a great documentary on the first prequel, The Phantom Menace, that they did. And it's so perfect because at the very beginning, like the first scene they do, Lucas is like, Jar Jar is the key to everything. It's just
no.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh no. Oh, yeah, I love that. I've seen it multiple times, and I still go back and watch it over and over. I can't get enough.
Sometimes giving the kid the keys to the castle isn't always the best option.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But those movies have aged better than I would have ever expected.
Yeah.
Part of that's because of like the Clone Wars. Like that show is so good; it has no business being as good as it is.
Right.
It's just really, really great. Everyone should watch that if you haven't. But yeah, I really need to get into some.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Get into our feature presentation.
And now, our feature presentation.
Reign of Fire from 2002, a 42% from the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, a 49% from the audience, directed by Rob Bowman, starring Christian Bale as Quinn, Matthew McConaughey as Van Zandt, Isabella Scorbucco as Alex Jensen, Gerard Butler as Creedy.
Man.
Oh boy.
Big stars right before they hit their stride. This was 2002. Batman Begins came out in 2005. 2002, Bale did this and Equilibrium.
Oh man. Well, yeah, because Bale is the main character, but McConaughey got top billing.
McConaughey got top billing. Yeah. This is. Yeah, I mean, he hadn't really. I mean, he'd done a lot, but I feel like this is when he was in his big, whatchamacallit, not his reconnaissance, but all of his like rom-coms and stuff. Yeah, so he was like a big lead, big bull. Yeah.
Oh my god, I always remembered liking this movie because it's just ridiculous, and I really thought it was bad. This is not a bad.
It's not a bad movie.
It's an insane concept, ridiculous, absurd. But, like, they set out the rules of the world, and they pretty much follow by him.
Yeah, they
I'm
really
always okay
do.
with that. Like, as long as you do that, like, we're good. I'll buy into any concept.
So, yeah, this is actually before a lot of his rom-coms. He had done The Wedding Planner, but mostly he did a bunch of like Ed TV, Amistad, Contact, A Time to Kill. So I think he did like his kind of semi-serious stuff.
Yeah.
Did this one, did all of his rom-coms, and then he was like, boom, hey, remember me, I'm a dramatic actor, and did all that shit.
He looks amazing in this with that bald head and the vest and the beard. Oh my God, he's got crazy eyes. Oh,
yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
We kick off with Quinn as a wee little lad. He's going to work on a construction site, I guess.
Yeah. I wrote, what is this kid doing here? Everyone knows who he is, and it's just letting him go into like a pretty dangerous looking shit for a child.
Yeah, they just like let him into an elevator down to like the mines or whatever. Just like want to smoke, like offering him cigs.
No, I quit, mate.
Yeah,
I'm trying to quit. All right.
Yeah, he's apparently going down to see his mom. He's down in the depths.
Yeah.
He like lost his scholarship to whatever little Lord Fauntleroy school he was going to. I mean, he's just a cheeky little shit. He's like, you smell like cigarettes. It's like, oh, you know, I only smoke when I drink. He's got like a comeback for everything. He's great.
Yeah, like I don't think I'm that witty as an adult, let alone as, you know, how old do you think that kid is supposed to be? Like 11, 12? Yeah.
Great lines. I guess they don't have like OSHA in merry old England.
Yeah, somebody would be like, you are not supposed to be here, sir.
Yeah, one of the guys just like sends him down a pipe. Like, no hard hat, no nothing.
Yeah, go take a peek in there, see what's in there.
Yeah, and no. Of course he finds a dragon who quickly like bukakis all over his face.
Yeah, just spits some shit in his face, and it's like making his eyes all red, and you know.
Yeah. And so he's freaking out. Obviously, he gets out of there. His mom grabs him. Dragon. Then the other guys go in, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?" They get all torched. His mom and him get in the elevator, start going up. Dragon escapes through the shaft. I don't really know how, but his mom just like is dead.
Yeah, I wrote that too. I was like, how did his mom get killed? She like got stabbed, or she got like chomped?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
She just like looks over and she's like eyes wide open with like blood all over her. It's like, what happened?
Yeah, and he's like going, Mom? Mom? Yeah, immediately just like dead, covered in blood. I guess maybe like talons impaled her.
Yeah,
I
don't know. I mean, I thought they were gonna do the dumb thing where she like put him on the elevator and like send him up by himself.
I thought they were gonna do that too.
That always annoys me. So I was okay with this mysterious death because they didn't do that.
Yeah, she was just like, those guys are toast. Let's get in this elevator and get the fuck out of here.
Then we get some voiceover about how dragons took over the world.
Exposition.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for post-apocalyptic, and then the exposition shown through like newspaper clippings. I just love it.
Yeah,
like, I'm in every time, and this does it twice.
And when you have that fucking nice, smooth, molasses Christian Bale voice,
yeah,
it just works out.
And then they do another after they explain a bit. It's just like no one could stop them because reasons. I don't know.
Burn the dinosaurs to dust.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense that they couldn't stop them because they do kill them later on. Multiple ones.
Yeah.
Things like giant harpoons and such, and like crossbows. But okay, I guess whatever.
Sure.
Doesn't matter.
Sure. Yeah.
It's the future. Another thing I love when it's the future and it's like not that far away. Did you see the date? 2020.
2020.
I love that so much. It's just like put it like 80 years. Like why do you? I mean, I guess it was 18 years at the time, but still, just I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're in the most English place ever, Northumberland. They're like in this community. Bale's Quinn is like the leader. They've like holed up in like a castle. It's so great.
Yeah.
There's some like growing dissent with survivors. They're all kind of like starving and getting unruly. One of them wants to like go harvest stuff before it's ready, and like Bale gives him get an earful, and he's like, no, you're an idiot. We're not doing that.
Yeah, and then our good buddy Jerry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he's like his right hand man. He's like his second in command. I love to like quell the dissent. They do a stage version of Empire Strikes Back.
That was great. Oh, and the kids were so into it too. Did you notice? Little fun fact that I'll share now. There's a little child in the front row that is very familiar to us. Did you recognize who it was?
I didn't.
It was that prick King Joffrey himself, Jack Gleason, as a little child, uncredited, awesome. in the front row.
It's so good. I did not notice that.
Yeah, it reminds me of I was teaching theater camp, like right before I moved out here with my buddy Nick, and my buddy Nick is a great storyteller, and he wanted to tell kids like how great Shakespeare was, show kids how great Shakespeare was. So he basically, in his own words, told the story of Romeo and Juliet to like 10 kids under like 10 years old. That's and awesome. They were same thing, like all into it, and it was just like, and then Romeo drank the poison. They're like, oh, no. But it was just so, I loved the little theater moment with, I am your father. They're like,
yeah, and they call him like the White Knight and the Black Knight.
Yeah,
like, Did you make that up? Quinn's just like, yep.
Cool saw did.
Just takes credit for George Lucas's work. Lawrence Kasdan's writing.
Prick.
So the same idiot that wanted to go get the harvest because his kids were starving, he goes out to do it. Like at dusk in the morning when everyone's asleep, sneaks out. Dragon's coming, burns up the crops, eats one of the people. Like they're all freaking out, running. Quinn shows up to save the day. I love their little fire suits and their hoses.
Yeah, it's like great. Fucking Fahrenheit 451 up in here. You know, walking through the fire, grabbing them. Of course, Bale's here to save the day. Bale and Jerry.
That's right. So they save a couple of them. A few of the kids, I guess, get killed or whatever. They escape. We get more newspaper clippings. We get like Time magazine and like when New York's like burning and the end? Question mark. I like that these publications are still going when like biggest cities in the world are already on fire. Like they're still putting out Time magazine on a monthly.
People imagine being like a newspaper writer, be like, hey, I need that story by tomorrow. I just saw a fucking dragon today.
I'm out.
I'm fucking out of here, dude. Save yourself. Fuck your deadline.
Just so some tanks show up, and it's McConaughey, it's Van Zandt, and the Americans. And Butler has a great line. Only one thing worse than dragons. Americans.
This is our scene read too.
Oh hell yeah! Where are you?
And you're gonna be reading the role of Van Zandt.
Oh god, there's a lot here. Okay,
there's a lot.
All right, you responsible for this place?
Who are you?
Name's Van Zandt, Kentucky Regulars.
You're a long way from home, Van Zandt. You lost.
Rebuild a National Guard C-5A. Flew at 8,000 miles on 2 engines and tried to set it down on an old strip outside Manchester. Lost 122 of my men and most of my fuel. We need shelter and a place to refit our artillery. We'll be out of your hair by 1800 hours tomorrow.
That's a good story. Especially a bit about the place, but a bit about the plane. But there hasn't been anything in the air for 20 years. That's their territory.
That's my territory. That's your territory. They're just renting it.
Turn around, Van Zandt.
Don't be a fool. We can do this easy, or we can do this real easy.
You try it.
You ever seen one of these? Not many men have. Got it off the first one I killed.
The plane was better. So now you're a dragon killer. It's not even original.
It was in a wheat field just south of Coffeyville, Kansas. It was late November, a month of mist. We were caught in the open, and the sun was setting behind us. There's nowhere to run. Twice it came upon us, and twice it missed the heart of us. That's when I had an epiphany. See, they have great vision in the day, even better vision at night. But in the failing light, they can't focus. Magic hour.
So basically at dusk, the dragons can't see.
Yeah, that was his epiphany. Okay.
And he's doing his best, like Dr. Grant with his, like he got a dragon tooth.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it's rip you open, slice up your
Mm-hmm.
belly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's fantastic. He's just, oh man, and the way he looks, like describing his appearance in this movie doesn't do it justice. He just looks incredible.
He looks incredible. It's perfect, but also his belly has got to be full from all the fucking scene chewing he's doing. And
oh yeah,
it's just like he's chewing the shit out of this scenery.
And he's so unhinged, like he just looks like a psycho.
Yep, exactly.
So they're dragon killers. I guess this whole story, Quinn buys it. He's like, fine, you can come in. Lets them in. Also, they have a helicopter.
Yeah, and when it comes in, everyone is just like, oh, what the fuck? Because, they haven't seen anything in the air in 20 fucking years.
Yep, nothing without dragon wings.
Mm-hmm.
So then, of course, the dragon shows up. Yeah, the Americans, they roll out. They're all Uncle Sam, gung-ho, full of piss and vinegar, ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I remembered this whole scene going much different, not the way that it went. Like, it made more sense this time. I remembered it just, like, being insane and, like, this is a ridiculous thing to do. Like, everyone dies. But not everyone dies. Like, there was actually, it kind of, I mean, made sense. Like, I'll put that in heavy quotes. But with the world they set out, like, it kind of, I was like, oh, okay, that's what they're doing.
Yeah. They've got these nets, and they basically ensnare it in the sky. And, the people who are doing it, they have parachutes, but they also have those, like, flying squirrel, like, wing suits
doing,
or
like,
whatever.
Halo jump, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And they, like, get on top of it, and they use this, they have, like, these little things they set up where they, like, triangulate and do, like, 3D mapping so they can tell, like, where it is. Okay, sure. I don't really know what that does, but yeah, you tell me that's a thing that helps, then I'm in. I don't even know. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it makes sense. If you tell me
at that point,
it's
the future. So
like,
anything
sure,
goes.
okay.
Yeah.
So they got 2 of the 3 up. Third one, he gets got. So Quinn, being the reluctant hero that he is, rides out on a horse.
Fucking badass.
Yep. And he gets the job done. The guys in the helicopter, they jump out. I like that they're like, one of them's bait. Say like their life expectancy is 17 seconds.
Yes, Jesus, yeah, like
so good.
Yeah.
So the one guy's like bait, and the other 2 step back, and like so the dragon's supposed to chase him, and then they're going through the clouds, so they can't see. So I guess that's what the mapping does, and they can tell them when to shoot. Okay.
Yeah. Great
plan, I guess. Sure.
Yeah.
They hit it with the nets. Doesn't work. One guy the first guy just like pancakes.
Yeah, I feel like out of all the deaths, that's the worst one.
I mean, at least it's quick.
That's true.
I'd rather smash into the ground at 120 miles an hour than get eaten up by a dragon.
Yeah, that's true. What am I thinking?
Yeah, they didn't work. I think only one of the paratrooper guys even lives. Van Zandt, because the idea is to drop him, and like Van Zandt has this giant like harpoon gun, I guess, that can kill dragons. He tells Quinn, he's like, you got to be the bait, like ride the 120 pounds of bovine or whatever equestrian meat towards me.
Yeah.
or whatever he says. He runs over the hill. I love the harpoon gun, like even the sight's just all crooked and like, mangled. Everything's just shit.
He's used it many times before.
Yeah. And he comes over the hill, and right as he comes over, he fires like, right at him. He has to like dive out of the way, hits the dragon, kills it, just dead.
Boom, done.
Yep. So everyone, they have like a party to celebrate, just blasting some Hendrix.
Which, let me stand next to your fire.
Really on the nose.
Way on the nose.
Yeah, so good. Van Zandt comes in, and he's like, celebrate a nation of heroes, and he's like, and like pity those that need them or something, and just like shits on their party real quick.
Fucking buzzkill, seriously. And he's like, what does he say? What does he say? Personally, you disgust me.
Yeah,
like,
Jesus.
Like,
oh, man.
All right, dick.
Just a bunch of like women and children that are just like happy to have lived another day.
He's
let
like,
them drink their swill.
Fuck off. Fuck you.
Yeah, because he's a hard man.
Mm-hmm.
So we find out like the reason they came here is they figured out all the dragons are like females, and there's just one male. You know, where they'll lay the eggs, and then the male just comes over and jizzes all over the eggs and makes thousands of new dragons. But there's just the one.
Just the one.
So they kill him, then it's over. Basically, they can't reproduce anymore. And
we kill the male, we kill the species.
Yeah, and they're already like starving because they basically killed everybody in the world, so they don't really have a food source. So they're already like they're at the perfect time to do that. So that's their whole plan. And since he lost all these men, Van Zandt like gives a rousing speech of to like get everyone on board. Only a couple people volunteer. He's like, then we're instituting a draft.
Yeah.
Quinn, he's not having it. They punch for a bit, you know. Quinn loses. He's just screaming, I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
I'll kill you!
Yeah, and and the pilot, Alex, just like, here's some iodine. I thought that was gonna come back because she's like makes a point to be like, it kills anything. Does he like throw that in the dragon's mouth to kill it or something?
No, he just splashes it all willy-nilly on his wound.
No medical supplies. He's just like spraying it like a champagne like bottle. You know? It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. And also, did you notice the weird ass noises that McConaughey is making while he's fighting Bale? And he's like,
he's more animal than man at this point.
Yeah.
So after he aggressively cleans himself up, when sort of son was like, yo, I'm going with the Americans. You're not my real dad. You know, the whole thing. And he just like lets him go, but then he just doesn't. That was a weird.
Yeah, that was a weird transition. They were like,
then immediately he's just like, yeah, I didn't go.
Yeah.
All right.
Some unexplained things. I want the director's cut. Where's the director's cut?
I bet there is more to this movie because this is not a long movie. It's like an hour 40.
Yeah.
Like it's tight ass. It moves quickly. Like goes down real easy. So I wonder if there was more going on.
The director's cut's a solid 220.
I would love it. I want more of this. So that night they're like on their way to London. Van Zandt, Americans and his conscripts. They have like a little armored column going. And they get stuck. They can't get through. Road's all blocked and everything.
Like for miles to London.
And the mail shows up and just like torches their column. Like
fucks everybody up. Like
the loot train in Game of Thrones. It's just messing everybody up on the road. Van Zandt's like one of the only guys who lives. Him and Alex, who's in the helicopter. And like maybe one or two other guys. He like jumps under a tank while the fire's going everywhere. Everyone's pretty much dead. Then the male makes his way to the castle and attacks. Quinn was out like lurking around, found like eggs or something. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, so he went to. He still wasn't that theory, McConaughey's theory of all of them being females. He was just like, I don't know. So he went and he was kind of like searching over the dead dragon, and that's why he pulled the eggs out. He was like, oh shit, he was telling the truth.
That's pretty good because he does make a turn to be like on his side. So he's like, that tracks. Solid storytelling. So he rides back. It's all like on fire and destroyed. I didn't completely understand this. They get everyone down into like the dungeons, like the catacombs, to hide, and then Creedy just like runs out with like a fire extinguisher. What is he going to do other than get killed?
Yeah, to go. I got a little confused there too. I think he was going to see if there was anybody else left.
That must have been it. But it's just like he walks up the stairs and then it's just like, phew.
Yeah. And then the thing that got me there is all the kids are crying. And anything with kids, I just always am just like, ugh. And they're all just like crying and screaming and yelling Creedy. And I was just like, oh, fuck.
I love all their matching little blue smocks that they wear.
Yeah. It's like Equilibrium, kind of. Everyone's wearing the same clothes.
Weird little cult.
Mm-hmm.
So after the dragon attack, it fucks off and moves on. Van Zandt comes back, rescues the survivors underground. Quinn, he's like, he doesn't want to go back to London because that's where his mom got killed. Like, he's got baggage. But he's like, I know where like this guy lives. He's like, I saw him. I was 8.
Yeah, 20 fucking years. I couldn't even tell you shit about my childhood home, let alone like a construction site.
I have to write down like what I watched in this previous 4 days because I can't remember. Like, I can't remember that shit.
But I guess, when that's your only tie to the previous world and after shit hit the fan,
I'm good with that reasoning. It's like, someone's been here, so they know. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Good enough. You're more observant than I am.
Some people's memories are just, much better than mine.
So they're like, Quinn and Van Zandt are like simpatico now. They're on the same page. And Van Zandt's like, before he was just like, I lead, you follow. And like, then he does the nice little callback. He's like, you lead, I follow. It's like, okay, well, they're bros now.
Yeah. And even Van Zandt was like, you were right. The first thing he says when he sees Bale, he's like, you were right.
Yeah, which was, I didn't remember him like being more than just like a 2-dimensional, just like crazy American angry animal man. But like there was more to him in this than I recalled.
I feel like Bale has a little bit more of a character arc than McConaughey. Yeah. But there's still some great little moments that McConaughey has in this.
Absolutely. Like I just remember him as like a belligerent. Like I even thought that like the climax that we're about to get to, I thought they were even like fighting each other, but like no, they're like totally on the same page.
Oh, for sure.
Makes a lot more sense than how I remembered it. That was a pleasant surprise. Those it's just basically the 3 of them. It's Van Zandt, Quinn, and Alex, the helicopter pilot. They go to London, chopper, to get the mail. Get to London on the Thames, however you say it. I should fucking know. There. There's just like hundreds of dragons.
And Bale's first thing, this town's going to hell.
Yeah, like a little quip. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Schwarzenegger and Commando. What's going on?
Yeah. So many fucking dragons, like hundreds.
And then this is a nice touch. They're like the male's there, and like it's clearly the alpha, and it's like eating some of the smaller ones because they're starving too. They have a fun little thing. It's like hundreds against 3, and then it's like no, it's 3 against 1. Because that's great, because that's why all the other dragons left, because that one was eating them, so they're afraid, so they fucked off. So then it was just the one.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. Well done. Well done.
So they make their way through the underground tunnels that he just like knows. They form a plan, get in position. They have like his explosive crossbow bolts that I guess kill dragons. I don't know.
Yeah, with C4 and magnesium in the arrow tip,
some
but you got to be And there's like, it can only go 50 feet, so you got to be in the furnace.
Yeah, and they only expose their belly where you have to hit them. Which they say you have to hit them in the belly when they're about to blow fire at you, but that's not how he ends up doing it.
Yeah, that's not how it dies.
Yeah.
Not how it dies.
So Alex and Quinn are down on the ground. They're basically like the bait in McConaughey. Van Zandt, he's up in like a tower. He's looking all glorious.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're supposed to like run, get him, the dragon to come into the little kill zone, and Van Zandt's gonna shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
This sort of works. The dragon comes around and he fires it off, but again, he didn't go for the belly, he shot it in the mouth, and it breathes fire as he shoots it and explodes in front of him. So it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So we get one of the most insane scenes in any movie ever. He just like loses his mind. He grabs a battle axe, shirtless, jumps off right at the dragon. Like, I don't know what his plan is.
He's like,
it's really bad green screen and just like,
oh, it's so bad.
It's so bad. And he just gets got real quick because obviously.
Mm-hmm. Come on, big boy.
Yeah, he just has had enough. I loved it.
Oh God, so fucking funny.
So then it's just those two left, and she's all hurt and like limping around. They're running around on the ground. He finally gets another shot at it with his little crossbow. He's like right in its face, waits for it to start breathing fire, and as it doesn't hit him in the belly. He shoots it at the mouth too, but his works right down its throat. Boom.
Right down its gullet.
Yep. Just deep throats that motherfucker with an explosive crossbow bolt. And they win.
Yeah, they won. Cool. The male's dead.
Yep.
So I guess they just have to still stay underground and just wait out the starving dragons, I guess.
Yeah, I guess they like sort of did. Like then we get like cut to like a sunny hill, and they're like putting up like an antenna, and they have like an offhand remark of like, it's been 3 months since we've seen a dragon. It's like, oh, I guess
seen the last one
or
whatever. Yeah,
they're all dying out, and they get someone on the radio. It's like they're speaking French. They're just like, just very, very English of them.
But then he says they want to talk to who's in charge, and then he goes, well, I guess that's you. So he's relinquishing his duties and his
not son,
like surrogate son or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, you're in charge now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess I don't know why.
Yeah.
And him and Alex are like all kissy face. They like hold hands and walk off into the sunset. And credits.
Rain of fire. Oh my God.
This movie fucks. I love this movie so much.
I really enjoyed it. I knew it was gonna be kind of hokey and shit just because it's an early 2000s action movie, but it's fucking Bale.
They play
pre-Batman
so
Bale.
Serious too.
Yeah. And
like,
the world
everyone's
building.
in. It's a ridiculous concept, but they're all in, and honestly, that makes it work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all about this ridiculous world. This is just what's happening, and they're 1,000% in. Everyone's acting their ass off. It's so great.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got some trivia if you want to hear it. There's not a lot, but there's some.
Yeah, it's with some trivia.
The method by which the dragons expel fire was inspired by two actual animals, the spitting cobra and the bombardier beetle. Because, it spits that, like, flammable liquid, and then the flame comes out. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, they're not technically dragons. Like, if you get into, like, the nerds, like, dragons don't have, like, wings like this. But whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, lichens or something.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Christian Bale originally planned to be really skinny and scrawny for the film, figuring that in a post-apocalyptic landscape, food wouldn't be so readily available, blah, blah, blah. But when he showed up for filming and saw how jacked McConaughey had become, he had to change his mind and hit the gym.
I mean, it's ridiculous that anyone could be that yoked and like, they don't have any food. They don't, like, where's he getting his 8,000 calories a day for that body?
Yeah. Oh, You're going to love this one. Okay. In an interview with the AV Club in 2015, Alexander Siddig, AJ, said, "The only thing I remember about that was the first day. The first AD came into the trailer where we were all having our makeup and shit done. And he was like, 'Guys, I need your attention, please.' And we were like, 'Yeah.' And he said, 'Mr. McConaughey is going to arrive on set in about 15 minutes. And I have to give you a directive, which comes from the producers, that you are not to call him Matthew or Mr. McConaughey or anything to do with his real life. You must call him Van Zandt.'"
Oh, God.
Van Zandt was his character name. And even if you meet him outside in the road, even if you meet him out in the town in Dublin, where we were shooting this movie, you must call him Van Zandt. And that is exactly what I remember about that movie, because as that first AD left the building, I shouted rather lamely, "And he's got to call me Elvis." But he didn't call me Elvis. In fact, he didn't call me anything at all.
Oh, he went all method Jared Leto douchebag on him.
I know. That's fucking. Hopefully he's changed his ways.
Yeah. That's so great, though.
So good. McConaughey says in his 2020 book, Green Lights, he shaved his hair prior to filming as he was losing his hair. So, man, he's got some good-looking plugs or whatever he got done.
Whatever bag he got from this, I'm sure went straight to the plugs.
Yeah. When Van Zandt shows up to Quinn's castle, he tosses a Granny Smith apple to Jared. Granny Smith apples have some of the longest shelf lives of modern-day apples due to their large acid content, indicating he brought this across the Atlantic Ocean from America.
I can attest to that. I leave those in my fridge all the time. Forget about them.
So, let's see. Oh, this is the last bit of trivia. When the production team first began scouting for Irish locations, who was going to be starring in the movie? Arnie himself.
Oh, wow. That's a different movie.
I mean, dude. Okay. So, Bale.
Who's he going to be? Bale or Van Zandt?
I don't know, but could you imagine like a fucking Schwarzenegger and a fucking Schwarzenegger Van Zandt?
Yeah, I feel like that's who he'd have to be, even though that's really confusing to be like the brash American. He's just got like Austrian accent.
I mean, who knows? Maybe
never stopped him before. I mean,
never. But who knows? Maybe he would have been the brash, German, the brash Austrian.
Oh yeah, they just could have done like, hey, we're just a bunch of Germans would have worked.
Yeah,
you could do all the same American tropes with Germans being like crazy people.
Yeah. And fucking Arnold, I feel like that was at a time, 2002, where he could still probably get really jacked. But
oh yeah,
that was probably around the time when he was either governor or running for governor or right before it. I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, I could believe him taking on a dragon with a battle axe.
Fuck yeah.
No shade to McConaughey, but.
Yeah, no shade at all, but it's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Exactly.
He could pick up a tree trunk with one hand.
Exactly. Feed a baby deer.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for the trivia.
Oh, that's fantastic. Man, I love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It really does go down easy. Like an hour 40 isn't a lot of time, but it really felt like this was like a 30-minute movie.
Yeah, the perfect sweet spot. Really solid. It's on Amazon Prime. Check it out if you want some fun. Oh, nice. Cool. Nice. What are we doing next week?
Oh, coming up next week, we have the Tom Cruise starring Jack Reacher.
Yeah, with there's a lot of buzz around the new Reacher show on Prime, which either of us have yet to watch, but it's definitely on our to-do top priority list. But we were thinking about what we wanted to do next week, and we're like, hey, Reacher's getting a lot of buzz. Let's watch Reacher. Let's watch the Jack Reacher movie.
I've never seen it, so I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, it's not the best in the world, but it's got some fun fight scenes, and Werner Herzog is the bad guy, and Cruise is Cruise, man. He's still fucking great. I love me some Cruise. He never
disappoints.
No. And it's Christopher McQuarrie, who's made a lot of really great movies like Edge of Tomorrow. He's done the last couple Mission Impossible movies.
Edge of Tomorrow at some point too.
Oh yes, that movie did not get the respect it deserves.
Yeah, it's an incredible movie.
Yeah, we should do that soon for sure.
So,
But
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I think that's about all I got. Why don't you hit us where you can find us?
You could find us at www.actionmoviebookclub.com, where we have some great merch on there. Thanks to our buddy, Mr. Chris Wales. You could hit us up on Twitter at ActionMovieBC or on Instagram at ActionMovieBookClub. We've also, thanks to our guy Hans, we've also been putting our episodes on YouTube as well. So like and subscribe on YouTube. Also, wherever you listen to your podcasts, especially Apple and Spotify, give us a quick little review. Give us a quick little like and subscribe, 5-star rating. That would really help us. Anything that helps boost us in the algorithm so we could get in more ears and keep doing what we love to do. And hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening.
Absolutely. And of course, we got our streams we've been doing pretty consistently every Tuesday over on the Class Horror Cast YouTube channel. Do a live thing around 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, 10 GMT. Not sure what we're doing this week. We just did Deep Rising, which was so much fun.
Oh, that was so fun. Oh,
that's
two great fun movies I've never seen. That and this.
2 that I loved from my formative years that I was a little worried to watch again. I hadn't seen in like a decade or 2, and they both did not disappoint. They're both somehow better than I remembered, which never happened.
So good. Loved it.
Awesome. Well, I think that's about it, unless you have anything else.
No, that's it.
Why don't you take us out?
Happy trails, Hans.
Can you fly, sucker?